those tournaments. But with the recent happenings of Narrate on Waylay just not feeling like it's his right agent, he's going to be picking up the chamber here instead. He can just focus on getting kills. Here are SEN on this attack side against the dangerous Levitan team. Spike solo on A, immediate danger as he peeks out, but does not get domed by the headhunter.
So far, Levitan's retakes have been their strong suit in this game.
This guy has got to be on the run. He has no help. There could be a Yoru teleport to heaven, but that is about it.
Hanging around, spiked 1 for 1. No use of the gate crash just yet. Looks like Neon's happy playing from Shao here alongside Blows.
Yeah, it was a fast double TP for LEV. They're really trying to pinch the SEN team right now. 1 player from short, 2 from shower. You're going to have King going through spawn, and SEN looking to bait out some swings with the top of the spike. LEV will not be giving into that, though. They are content to just hold these angles in a fairly passive way.
They just don't mind not having full information for a time.
That time, Caillou feels safe to stick. Sean trying to peek down short.
Oh, that's huge. Saturate going to be avoided by Redux. And Caillou moves up as well, but Sato is just folding back on the angle. Is there more to this?
That's nice. I like that. They were hungry for that kill and to also just remove the flank pressure in doing so.
Now return to the fray, but Levitan have gotten into the site under the absence of Redux. Could flash through the wall, though. That is stunning! And Cortesi is able to find 2. This puts King in a virtually unwinnable position now. A step up with a bandit, but there's smoke and mirrors and a sky in his way.
There it is, another pistol round for SEN. Cortesio was asking for them back on map 1. They start off the game in the right way here. Spike just sticking around there, ends up getting caught. I think that's a pivotal moment, making that decision to go back and deal with Sato. And they feel like, that's fine. We can give up the space on site. We know they're going to get on the spike while we're back here fighting him. But we can just pop flash right back through the wall. We're going to take the fight to them.
Just great fundamentals, I think, on 3 or 4 occasions from Sentinels there.
They make the right micro moves there. Now it's all classics for LEV, fully stacked up towards Octagon. Sentinels spread across the map in this.
I did see a fun clip Riv shared on Twitter where you can get the poison orb inside the satchel hanging up on the left of Octagon for a one-way smoke.
Oh, 5-man TP. There it.
Okay, well, here goes the Marshal. His namesake in his hands. Narrate's able to find 2.
And the rest of SEN now know it's time to go to B. So they will be on their way there. All good. Probably get Caillou that plant. Get him closer towards the Seekers. And hell, maybe even just throw the gun to someone else so he could take some fights with the ghost or something and try to get some kills. We'll see. Just depends on the situation they find themselves in, how safe it is to actually try to hunt a little bit.
Doesn't really seem like they fancy that line.
No, now, I mean, we were on Redux POV for a second. That just reminded me of map 1, mentioning the fact that, yeah, he did start that game on attack, 4 for 8. Was looking like he might be struggling on the Waylay too, but then half 2, he bounces back. He drops 11 for 4, had really important op shots, got 2 first kills with the op.
Nice and slow now.
Feels like he's right back in the game. And honestly, that's just something we've seen from him in general, is that he has had bounce back games. I mean, in a big sense, in that week 1, he had a very poor performance to open up kickoff.
Yep.
Match 2, immediately bounces back on the Yoru. Last week against 100 Thieves, not a great map 1. Map 2 drops 34 kills, so he is definitely a player that can thrive under the pressure, and he doesn't let one bad performance get to his head.
Well, let's get down to business now as Levitan finally buy in, and it's a bonus round for SEN that features a number of Vandals. Pretty decent.
Yeah, with the buy-up of 2 of them on round 2 and just having some ghosts, they have a good buy.
Okay.
Well, might be all for naught as Neon just...
Did he just run up mid?
Yep, just walks it down short. Removes Narrate from the round, and Sato just...
We're walking up. We're walking up.
The round.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, Sentinels here are going to be looking for a little bit more on this B side, but they are not in a great spot at all. It's a 3-on-3 stack locally, with John being unable to immediately intervene.
How could they crack this crossfire?
I mean, they're just going to walk into it. That has been the theme for this round. Walk up and M1.
I mean, there's just no way they're going to be able to maneuver through this situation. LEV, 1 player taking contact, 2 ready to swing out from either side. Just feels actually impossible.
It's a weird round, isn't it, Wyatt? It starts off with a number of individuals taking their own contacts, their own duels up A short here. That throws the round into a very weird spot.
And it's an early allusion to the style that LEV like to play here on defense that we saw was a nightmare for Crew to deal with. That Neon is constantly mixing up his positioning on Yoru. He's great at working the map with his teleports. Not only does he have the aim, the op skill, but he's intelligent with his teleports. He feels like he's always in the right spot when you're watching him.
Took the hit from the Outlaw there, but everybody on Levitan knew they needed to buy that full armor. Obviously, it's pretty customary for your first buy round, but still.
It's going to be that fake clone TP, but Narrate aware.
Yeah, I think he...
Imagine that. What if?
Sato here is posted up. Oh, that is very crisp, Wyatt. That is very crisp. No chance to even rendezvous out there for Narrate.
The Dog getting some extra distance with that stim. Redux is in, does have some control of Lamps. A Lamps that has been given up by King. He's happy to play it backside. He has 2 friends to help.
Yeah. The question is, how do Sentinels get into backside here at all? I think some showers control in a pinch could be pretty huge for them.
I mean, honestly, I just don't think they try. They can't even really get onto the spike.
Oh, and the molly to follow it up. Yeah, cringe. No plan here.
If they try to go back to B, Spike is still entrenched in the site. This is the move, just
They're going to get seized with the next plan attempt, potentially.
Well, Prowler doesn't spot out anything, so maybe Lev think there's a chance they could be walking away, but even still, they don't have any reason to move realistically.
30 seconds.
30 seconds
Sentinels
left.
have been in place for the most part. We're having a refresh of the smokes. Here's the molly to prevent a walk up on Caillou. He is able to get a plant. Decayed down as he is, so there was a seize in the end, but the follow-up there was a little bit belated.
That was big. That was a must-win duel for John.
Neon though still posted up in that window, but here's Cortesia. Caillou entrenched here on the side, but he's taken down a one through the box, and that's all he's going to get. Still, Levitan have to continue to make the move. They're up on site.
Senna just ready to drop this wall and face with multiple players off timing.
That's interesting positioning for that snake biter. There's King. What just happened? It all fell apart.
It just feels a little bit labored there. Sen weren't really spread to take a great multiplayer swing. Lev weren't on the spike. Honestly, they felt like they were just ready for that play.
Nicely done. As soon as that wall came down, we're going to see this on replay.
I mean, that was such a nasty kill.
He's fighting up through the site.
That's crazy shot from King.
Ian, if you're watching this, I'm on point 1, bro. I'm a 60.1.
What?
That one ain't for us. Bro.
Yeah, no, I guess not.
Ain't for us, little bro.
All good.
All right, Sen, they are going to be forced onto the eco round. You get your standard waylay with a shotgun ready to go over towards B. Oh no, time for a pause actually.
So Sentinels with a good start. Obviously, winning the pistol generally makes you look decent, plus the buy-up of 2 Vandals in that second round and a pretty clean sheet for them heading into the third, which is where things start to go pretty haywire.
Yeah, tough when your rounds begin with a walk-up from someone on Lev that just deletes your
It was Neon, and he had heavy armor. Yeah, heavy armor into the Outlaw, so he's able to win that fight out. And then I think Narrate tries to find his own timing, and Sato's there.
That was a crazy shot from Sato. I mean, yeah, it's just back-to-back first kills, straight up aggro play with rifles, and unfortunately, Narrate being the victim of both of them.
So Kaplan teased something a little novel for this map. So far, we've seen pretty standard Viper War on A short, walk up, try and use that stall util.
Normal comp. Yeah, I thought we were going to see something a little bit stranger, but yeah, not the case.
Feels like so far a really fundamental brand of bind. But Levitan have shown us that they want to get pretty active on this defense side in keeping with his double duelist comp. I think Neon has just that in mind as we head into this next round. Got a tech pause now to follow that timeout here.
If a regular pause wasn't enough for you.
Nah. We put so many pauses inside this bad boy. It's going to be an awkward buy for Sentinels, though. I think that's probably something worth touching on here. This next round is going to only really feature a Bucky for Redux thus far, alongside a couple of Sheriffs.
I would also say that, if you're a bit worried for Sen in this moment, especially in terms of the fact that they're losing these first engagements, Neon doesn't even have an op yet.
Yep.
That's just not even a part of the playing field. Well, I expect on this round, if he dies, he'll probably pick it up in the next. I mean, even if they win and they all live, he might just pick it up in the next because they're filthy rich. So I feel like it's almost inevitable we'll get it into the next round.
Yeah, post-buy, a lot of these Levitan players are sitting on 3K. So that should tell you everything you need to know about that situation economically. And a huge part of that is King walking up and getting 3 kills as they go for that A-side retake. And again, like some of the util placement there for Sentinels was a little off. Like the snake bite from Cortesia was short, it's too far to the left. The spike plant location was actually a little bit deeper. So a couple of things to tighten up there. Again, you know, send maybe some less reps on this map, knowing that they would sort of walk into it. I think they're permaring Haven at the moment. So definitely need Bind to be a fixture of their map pool.
So just to touch on King specifically as a player as well, since Neon has come back, I really like where he's been at as a controller. Because last year, remember, he was doing some role swaps. There's a little bit of duelist from him at times.
Yeah.
And it just never felt like anything was clicking for him in 2025. But now just being back on this stable role where he used to frag out in the past, surrounded by all this talent, feels like he's in his zone right now as an individual.
It's that, yeah. Feels like that crew academy approach. Right, he's another walk up again.
Yep, time for Neon to walk at them.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something for Sentinels to stop this. This is happening exactly the same as round 3. Exactly the same.
The pace on the dash with the dog is just not ideal, and yeah, this one feeling like it's over.
Again, tough round to win anyway. You know you're walking into you know, a wall of rifles.
And now walking into 4 players from LEV.
Sight well and truly stacked, guiding light here. Flash avoided, no info for Caillou there, who's going to be hindered, potentially walked up on. Prowler as well coming to core. That's Narrate down. So want to be over pretty quickly as King notches another 2 to go with 6 and 1. And Levitan get that flawless round. And that bank is continuing to burgeon.
Yeah, not even an ounce of damage really done. Aside from, I think, Sato has to rebuy armor. I think that's the most significant that occurred. So very clean here for LEV. Now, will we get the AWP?
I mean,
nope, because they, I mean, the situation in which they don't buy it is they just kill everyone. And
look at where Levitan are standing.
So just, I know, feels like they're ready to walk at them, perhaps.
Yep, watch this A short play. It is...
Or they're sending it. I mean, there's not going to be much walking, actually. More dashing, sprinting.
Okay, what orbital strike catches Cortesia.
Classic combo on Bind right now. The saturate into the strike.
Yep. And also, quite effective is the Seize, does the same thing for you.
I mean, this timing is just a bit sloppy from Sen there. Redux walking through the smoke into the molly before the flash is coming late. It's just a miscall.
But now Sentinels, again, down 2 players early in the round, have to find a way to salvage. This is similar to the previous round, with the exception of better weapons, at least for the attackers. Here's some Angry Cabbages. Seekers onto the side.
At least, Narrate with a chance, but King backsight, able to shoot him in the side.
He's looking dangerous so far. King is everywhere. Look at how he's made these movements. John can't be ready for it. It's another 3K for King. Easy come, easy go. 9 and 1 for the IGL.
Sen are just being relegated to these slow contact rounds because they're losing players early every single time. And LEV have an easy way to just get their anchors on the right parts of the map as well. With the teleport, they didn't even have it on this one. I mean, this was just 2 players able to straight up hold that. Just playing off of each other really well. We've seen Blows actually, he plays that elbow side of the map really well. We saw that against Crew as well. He plays
an off angle out in the open. He steps out a bit further past the smoke.
Yeah, he like takes good timings out of the smokes, all that. All right, well, Neon, again, this is what I'm saying. He's just going to mix it up constantly. He's pushed out of the teleport right now.
That's good info, though, off the guiding light.
Yep. Does have to get back, but is just ready to now hold right back into that B side.
Sentinels are allowed to play the game, finally.
Well, that smoke is going to deny Narrate's ability to play much of the game unless there's an aggro peek from Sato. Jump spot, that's going to be virtually impossible to hit.
Yeah, he's seen enough. I mean, King hit it with a Guardian last round, but last map, rather. It's got to be a... Oh, wow. Okay, got to be refract out already. Zato gets his.
I mean, Sato, he might be able to ult them if he really wants. No, he just wants to kill more
What?
players.
Oh, God, is he
Just get more
disrespects
kills.
him. Tries to cross the wall. And so Sato gets his second. Man, that is brutal stuff for Sentinels. They are no closer to having a plant than they were earlier. And here comes the pressure. Here comes the stall util.
Feels like LEV might just be dealing them a slow, painful death blow on this bind
30
map.
seconds left.
They have been
You're choking him out, man.
beyond dominant in the first kill game.
Give me something. We're looking for something here for Sentinels. Blows, avoids that pressure and seizes Redux in place. Oh, it's a convergent pass from Sato now. No chance to recover. There is a tour de force in play, and Narrate deals with King. But he has to go huge here. 4 plays there between him and the end of the round, and there's no chance to plant. Disrespect! The middle name of Sato, actually, he's got like 3. 4, maybe. But again, he is absolutely living up to it.
He is in demon form today. Best performing player on Corrode, and now he's trying to take the crown from him here, but I thought maybe it's like, is there going to be a moment where he backs up, tries to use the path there, or he could just step forward and get another kill.
He just insists on remaining and then picks up a more aggressive off angle, and he's like, okay, well.
All smiles for Owner. He's just been chilling with LEV Academy, brings a couple players into the league, gets himself back in the league, and now he just gets to watch his youth soccer team ball out in every single game.
Yeah, always dressed to impress, isn't he? Here's Redux. Gets himself up in the box. A bit of a variation on the normal dive here from Waylay.
SEN trying to get the pace back that they had early on in Corrode when they found some success. John with that strike for the post plant, pick for the post plant.
Surely Sentinels on an ultimate round
They're
can win it.
investing it all. They're investing it all to take this, to get that third round on the board.
It's going to be an orbital strike, should have been required as well. Surely this is it. There's no real flank pressure right now for Levitan, but I think Neon's looking to create something.
And John, of course, has the molly too, by the way.
Surely a round here for Levitan. Neon's found Caillou. That's the Sky picked off. Now there's backstab pressure on Sentinels. That's going to have them watching their 6. In the pit, it's getting hot and heavy. It's going to be Redux falling. Narrate trying to step out of it. Here's that orbital strike. Going to be avoided, but Cortesia is down. John and Narrate, time though really
Still
not on the side of
molly.
Levitan. Yeah, Molly to get this done. Blows those, he's cooked. Maybe might try for some damage on the way out. Sentinels get around, but man, they have to scrape and claw at it.
That is classic bind right there. Just
we're
line
missing-
everything up with your brim.
All we're missing is raised nades, Gecko.
I know, where is she?
Yeah. Aspas the player. All right, 5 and 3. Sentinels get that round, but they've been few and far between. This push up here for Neon threatened to undo the post plant setup. And Neon actually doubles back to the site.
Nice! I don't care, guys. I just don't care about the round.
Yeah, addressing the fact that they lost 4 players.
Yep.
Cortesia still just like the lone man out of his seat trying to get this team hyped.
I mean, it feels like that should be obvious, but I'm glad he said it. Some of these things need to be put into words. Here's Neon, disrespecting as per usual. Cortesia
Oh my god, I mean,
bows out again.
what can you do? What can you do? He is everywhere on the map.
Okay, Redux trying to get in here. He is convergent, so moving at the speed of light.
That's nice. That is very nice. They're able to isolate those players, set up in the crossfire. Blows caught in the paths. Behind the smoke! Okay, suddenly into the 3-on-3.
It's going to buy some time. That is pretty big.
One more kill and he gets a Nightfall too. And
He's
he
got all
wants to
this
get it.
util. Redux trying to creep up there through this, and the Prowler's going to spot them out. Now he's going to fight for his life! 3 for blows! And it looks like Sentinels are blasting off again!
What were we just saying about him and Elbow?
Yeah, but
It's just-
normally...
it is his domain.
Normally he's
It is
swung out.
unstoppable there, man.
I mean, that is just going to be a gut punch. How do you come back from a round like this? Not only this moment, yet another in a series of Neon pushing up. I mean, come on.
And that's every single player on this team just being an absolute shooter, but also least passionate owner Cam. But I mean, also, by the way, just Caillou planting out in the open when there could be a player elbow still. That's an error. He should have been tucked and is going to regret not being tucked.
I mean, this is riddled with mistakes and unfortunate moments for Sentinels, and now, well, it's a Sheriff Redux.
And after that round, it seemed like, after the round won by SEN with all the ults, it felt like they weren't satisfied in winning because they used ults. They lost 4 players. Well, this is why they were feeling that way. One more round lost, economy is straight back to the bin, and it's going to be a while until they get those real power ults back online. If it all in the half, it's round 10. That Redux and John each have 1 orb. They're probably never going to have them unless one of them gets a bunch of kills.
In a round like this, that's looking less and less likely by the second.
Now, far be it for LEV to get another first kill.
Oh, that is such
They love those moves.
And I think, I don't know, you spot
Sato
Caillou there on the way back?
Loves the round the world.
I mean, it gives you information you shouldn't really have access to. I don't know if he sees Caillou there, though, because of the Viper wall.
No,
Sato turns a flash.
Oh, first kill. There we go for Sen. Narrate. Good shot.
King, a little bit haphazard. Takes the challenge yet again. Brimming with confidence now. The shorty is able to dodge away from that saturate. He hasn't really given up this space.
No, not at all. One more kill. He gets that orbital strike.
Defensive Viper's Pit might be coming in here.
Neon pressuring from the flank as the pit comes in. The Nightfall comes in.
God, this is impossible to play into. Neon doesn't even need to take that shot. John is dealt with. Levitan, a sign of respect. They spent some ultimates on this round, but ultimately Sentinels are crushed.
A small consolation in the loss. That was basically all classics and the headhunter from Narrate that opens the round up.
Nightfall, Drift, Pit?
Nightfall, Drift, and Pit.
Okay.
They'll take it. They will take it.
They're going to use him at some point, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice from Narrate, just getting in that position to get a free one. Listen, that being said, though, they're against weaker weapons, but that was a pretty beautiful retake from LEV. I mean, they used every ult to perfection.
Cortezia going to be called upon by SEN fans all around the world, but today, he's just had some really unfortunate situations. He's the one that got caught in the saturate and the orbital strike, and he was sat up mid.
Yeah, he's kind of just been that guy.
And honestly, he has not done anything wrong, really. And you see, gets up. They spend 4 ultimates on winning a round. He says, it doesn't matter, guys. We need this round. Let's build off that. And something I'm noticing about Kaplan is that it feels like he's being pretty measured in his expectations. That interview with Dryad earlier on said he's actually pretty happy with what he's seeing. I don't know how you can exit kickoff at this stage of things and you know, maybe maintain that happy feeling or that satisfaction. But I think there's an awareness that this is going to be a longer term program.
There's definitely a difference in the pressure that Kaplan feels the players should be under versus the community and fans of the team right now, where he understands and feels like, of course, they're not going to be in the perfect place right now. The year is just starting for them, but it's the Sentinels' namesake. It's the success that Kaplan and John have had in the past that has gotten them to that consistent echelon where they're making all of the globals that now has them under this level of pressure. They're victims of their own success right now.
You want to play?
All right, out of the timeout. Narrate ultimate popped. Can this be their 4th round? After we mentioned they got 3 ults out of LEV, so less danger. Caillou 1 orb away from the Seekers here as well. So there was a possibility. And matter of fact, I think the last gun round they got is when he was able to use them.
So some stall util for Levitan. They might actually... Okay, just position a bit further forward. No really thinking for a pop, but they can quickly get a 3-way crossfire going on. Okay, unnecessary, just not needed. Yeah, that is brutal.
It's just these simple setups, crossfires, swings off each other from LEV, and unbelievable aim skill that...
Okay, it gets worse. Looks like bad things come in more than 3s for Sentinel.
Well, it just has them feeling like an unstoppable force right now.
What are you forced to save this? Surely, look what the spike is.
2-on-3 though, 40 seconds. This late in the half, 2 rounds left. They have the loss bonus. Man, I think you're just trying to see if you can get a crazy kill.
30 seconds left.
Cortezia and John trying to make something happen here on the move. Cortezia's first shot is very
honestly,
wide.
they had a chance. They swung out further than Neon was actually holding for them for the off. So LEV, you know, somewhat of a risk taken there, but still, what is the meaning of risk when you just don't miss shots? It's really not a risk.
Look at Neon making sure that he is everywhere. This time it's an aggressive push up in the showers. It's different every single round. He really is putting a lot of work into varying that approach. And yeah, I think there's an awareness from Spike that they took a risk there, but gets him out of the round. No harm, no foul. Well, they lost 1 player. Acceptable.
King just at that casual 14-4.
Another orbital strike to end the half.
Narrate with the AWP, feeling the pressure from that teleport, and there it is. Sato overplays his hand and is caught out.
Still going to get aggressive on the other extremity now. Sentinels want to back away from the shot. Oh, that's brutal. Caillou charge on, lined up and knocked down like dominoes.
And
right.
And they felt so good to get that first kill. And now back to a situation of, are we just walking into A? Again, a moment where Neon just has these well-placed teleports. He's in the right place at the right time, all the time.
Yep, he is the sleep paralysis demon that Sentinels are grappling with. He swipe a wall, lets him get up on short, and Narrate's unlikely to expose himself to Neon in the near future.
Oh, tagged up King. Cortesia trying to work.
Neon spotted now.
Through lamps, by the way.
I like this from Narrate. This is pretty audacious. There's enough space here to main for a plant. Stall, though. Yep, it's going to have to be an orbital strike. Oh, into the TP even. Are we pivoting? Quickly, Neon. Gate crashes back over to the site. This might have to be a pump fake, and I think Sentinels are doubling back to A now.
Ends up being the perfect play from Redux, and King spotted out. Narrate is lighting them up.
3 kills for Narrate.
Determined to bring them to 4.
On for the ace here. He really has been the spearhead in this round. Here's the plant.
Spike.
Flash blooms overhead. Walk out for Neon. Narrate for 4. He has got to be the one that pushes Sentinels, at least in the halftime with 4 rounds, to their name is Spike. Shuts him down. Both Sen players here, back-to-back over towards that Lamb's direction. Spike needs to get busy.
He didn't get the ace, but that has to be enough from Narrate for Sen to get 4 rounds here. Time is ticking. Spike, Cloud up to tap the spike.
Snake bites here for Cortesia.
Not getting flanked. Double face forward.
There it is, Sentinels. Trying to make that first half a little bit more respectable, but it felt like Narrate is just pulling kills out of every orifice to give them a shot in the round.
Real heads-up play there from Redux. Takes that teleport really fast to rotate back, and that gave Narrate the timing to get forward and get those kills. To take some of that space, because it baited Neon away. Yeah, that moment right there is huge, and then also just Crosshair, perfect to deal with King. A good final round for Sen. And perhaps a hope for them is, when you think back on that first map of Corrode, starting on attack, Redux didn't light them up, didn't put up numbers, switches to defense, and then he goes 11 for 4. So maybe he can bounce back again.
All right, let's not mince words. Quick break. We're going to be back into the second half of this bind map with Sentinels' chances at staying alive in kickoff on the line.
Red Bull gives you wings.
In 2024, a dominant showing in a kickoff led Sentinels to Madrid, where they won it all. 2025, similar story. Great start to the year, represented in Bangkok. This year, Sentinels attending that first Masters event of the year has never been in more doubt. A brutal first half with a pistol round 1, sure, converted on, and then things got ugly, and they got ugly fast, Wyatt.
It feels, I don't know, poetic, ironic, something that in this very moment, it's Narrate putting the team on his back to get them through this game. Sen in that first half had 4 first kills only, but they all came from him. He's just doing everything he can on this chamber to get Sen across the finish line here. King 1 for 1. Aggro fight from Sen straight out of hookah, and it does pay off.
Okay, nicely done. Narrate plants his feet over on A short. Gets himself further into the map. He's definitely expecting Lev to angle towards that hookah direction, and Neon is ahead of the guiding light, but there's going to be a lot of players looking at him. And some sharp shooting from Cortesia. We'll put this round to bed. That's both pistols, one now on bind.
Back on map 1, Cortezi was acting like this team has never won a pistol round in their lives. And now, since then, they've won 3 in a row. Second half Corrode, both on bind. You cannot ask for much more to get right back into this game.
Now, I think
what a tap on the last one.
The contrast for me that I'm going to look for on this attack side for Levitan is that on defense they're so active, right? Neon's always on some part of the map.
Yes, and on attack they're so slow.
Very slow.
It's the exact opposite.
Yeah, really, it's a weird team. Their tempo is the inverse of what you would expect to see.
No, it feels like we just keep talking about it over and over, but it is just so funny that you have the most cracked out children on this team, and then you have them playing the most disciplined Valorant of, I feel like, any team in the league right now when you watch them. Oh, that's easy for Redux.
Yep, Spike walked into that. I think Levitan are trying to get this one going pretty quickly. Sato is noticed, crossing under Hookah and is picked off.
A little bit of info. Why not?
Now, Levitan at least get a plant, so something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, they will eventually have to deal with the Redux in Hookah.
Neon's not leaving that corner.
They cannot.
Yeah, going to be hit by that Trailblazer. And King at 35 will make a swift exit now as the wall is rather permeable to those Spectre shots.
Nice and easy round for Sen. Lev will feel, all right, we got the plant, sure, why not? We have 5 classics. That is exactly what Sen needed to accomplish. Good for Redux to get another one on the board. I mentioned at the end of the first half, but he really did turn things around once he started playing defense on Corrode. So you have to hope that he can get there. I mean, really, you're going to need, let's be real. We're going to need multiple Sen players to get online if you're a Sen fan. Like, they have been struggling outside of Narrate. I mean, specifically, honestly, I feel like the elephant in the room today is John. You know, on map 1, he put up 126 ACS. That's the weakest performance he had of any map, including when they lost 13-5. He still put up 205 in that one. So he's got to come to life at some point here. He has been their best player up until today.
Yep, he was 274 ACS over that whole series against 100 Thieves. Incredible showing, but it felt like an outlier for sure.
So Lev were able to take some space over towards Shower, just a slow walk up from Sato and safety. Virtue of a haunt that was thrown deeper, knows that he can just claim it for free.
I do think this play towards B long for Sentinels is one of the more compelling parts of their setup here.
Yep. Cortezi and Narrate, they're next to each other on stage and next to each other over at the teleport. Just ready to play off of each other here.
Judge for Cortezi.
He's taking this contact so he can teleport away and try to bait them into Cortez. And will they fall for it? No, the clone!
Oh, Cortez had an opportunity there to do something nasty.
He was trying to bait, but he got baited.
That's it. That is, what did he say? Poetic? Ironic?
Something like that.
It's rough. So now, Sentinels aren't having any players pulled off of that A site, though. They're kind of happy to leave Narrate over at B.
Lev were doing a great job on Corrode of just dragging those rotates to the exact wrong site. But now Sen, they are stacked up for this A hit. They're ready to go.
Minute Redux with the Guardians able to get out of lamps and find a big kill. Blow's going to be dinked low, but King's attempting to stand up in his absence. The Guardian's really been ringing out, but the B side has been left for now.
Oh, late teleport away, but what a catch from John. Blows us down. I mean, Redux rushes to his demise, but ultimately an irrelevant one because they just don't have time to get the spike to the site.
Hey. Too slow for Levitan.
Oof, Spike can't even save the gun. Bonus round converted for Sen. They're right back in the game. Give me those Redux highlights. He was kind of looking nasty with the Guardian there.
Those A short plays honestly have been the best look for Sentinels on this second half. It's also in the pistol where Narrate's able to control that space really well.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there supporting Caillou. And also, honestly, even though Caillou was pinged up and under a lot of pressure, I think he did a bunch of damage there, so, you know, wasn't too bad.
Come on.
Man, a few words? Save them for the, save them for the mid-rounding. Still, very good sign. Sentinels this time hold serve. They're able to win that first buy round. Game's going to get tighter here. Redux wants to take this fight.
Yeah, and time to get out of there. Except it go. Wait, what? You just refracts right to. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no reason to have one place earlier, is there? But no. Cortez on the hold, all good for him.
Yeah, should be in a comfortable spot here. Neon shows himself. Cortezi very quickly makes that adjustment. Blows with the Bandit. Might want a weapon upgrade if he can get it. It's Spike trying to get in close now with his Stinger. John is on the hunt, and yeah, that Odin for Caillou, certainly going to be a wrinkle in the plan for Levitan. We have, finally, a game.
Really solid hold there from Cortesia back sight. Redux goes 1 for 1, bit of delay. The rest of the rotates come in. Ready for that rush over top. And into this round, SEN, by the way, 2 ults to play with. So they are in a good position to take down this full buy round. Nere picking up that operator as well.
Virgin pass off the rip.
Aggro play, flash, dash in from Redux. Does he try to go further?
He's going to have help, but look, yep, Redux.
Oh, no, he knows that that's unwise. I mean, they're going to kill anyway on B long, so why go for more?
Yep, Sato down, and there's Redux. Eventually, Neon shows himself. Here comes Sen City.
Oh, where did these guys come from?
Finally unleashed. And now threatening to go ahead on the map pick of Levitan. Remember, now you start thinking about, just a little bit, start thinking about that map number 3 of Abyss creeping at the edge of our periphery. Because Levitan don't have any more business trying to play into this round.
Another map, by the way, 2 of 3 in the pool that Lev just haven't played.
it. They've only played like 4, before the series, only 4 different maps. So, it's a little interesting. Mostly, yeah, I mean, we've seen them on Pearl, Bind, Split a fair bit. Sentinels didn't want to go for Split. I don't know if that's going to be much of a go-to for them for the near future. They've veered away from picking that map.
Yeah, they picked into it, they tried it, and it just
30 seconds
has
left.
not worked out for them.
And we'll
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it is just struggles for them right now of trying to pick a map to go to as a home map. Their pool is
it feels like, yeah,
very weird.
They put so much work into trying to shore up their corrode. It feels like, because they knew teams were picking it against them. So, you know, they end up being in a decent spot against 100 Thieves on that map. Then they say, okay, well, we put so much work in this, let's make it a fixture. Let's double down on this now. We've had to spend so much time on trying to shore it up. Let's make it our strong point instead. The first outing for Sentinels in kickoff here on Bind is looking good after a really rough first half.
Let's see what happened with the kills here. So at that same time, there was the play down A short with the paths that then Redux opted to not overplay. A wise decision. They already got the kill elsewhere, and Neon tried to take some space off the refract, but just went right into his crosshair anyway.
I think that represents Redux also starting to get into the game on corrode. We talked a lot about like these defensive plays from Sentinels, how aggressive they're trying to pop. You know, Narrate, is he going to be looking for too much action and overstaying? Redux playing a lot of top mid on that map, really patient, despite being on a Dauntless, despite, I'm sure, the temptation to go forward and try and make something happen. I think Sentinels realize just how important it is to have stalwart anchoring on the A side. And Redux has shown so little of himself. We saw those tight angles he was playing with the Guardian where he got that 2K. That's the game plan for him. Don't put himself too much on the line and just buy time, slow Levitan down. Because once they want to get going, once Levitan decide to hit W, they do hit you hard and fast.
Owner calling this timeout as things have completely gotten out of hand for Lev. It was really feeling like the game was just in their hands, and some of those rounds, you just felt like the game was inevitably over.
Yep.
But suddenly SEN have just come through with a surge of momentum in this second half to string 5 together, matching the best run that Lev run when they played defense. And Lev just buying what they can to make sure that they're ensuring the full buy on round 19. Still have to deal with this narrate op that's going to be positioned down short.
Oh. Okay, Prowler's going to spot this out pretty early on. This feels a little bit dangerous. Look at Levitan already pushing up, and Redux is, unbeknownst to them, on the other side of this wall. King is going to show his full rear end. And Redux gets himself 3. Sato was a minor wrinkle in the plan, which Redux will attend to very quickly. Ironed out, and Sentinels get to 10.
And that little Bay play, it didn't work over at B long. They try it at short, a little bit better.
I feel like that really could have gone either way. It seems like Levitan just not that interested in clearing this. I mean, there was a Prowler that went here. But they assumed that it was just Narrate?
Yeah, I mean, that was the intention of the play. Just Narrate, break the Prowler, and Narrate make the noise, teleport away.
Clever.
And yeah, even though they sniffed it out on the last round and dealt with Cortesia when they were running that play at B long.
Exactly, yeah. The same look, you're dead right.
Well, Neri posted up on short again, but this time a bit more passive. All right, Sato.
I think that confidence is starting to build. Levitan still have some weapons to make use of now. It's going to be a very early nightfall. Is Levitan try and get into the site?
I mean, it hits John only, and he's miles away anyhow.
Yeah, I don't think Levitan are gleaning too much information from that exchange.
Sen are able to close this distance towards site. Maybe they try to throw the pit down with Cortezia. We'll see if that's an option. Redux, great damage there.
Yeah, and safely working his way into the site. Good damage, like you said, on Neon, and look at him go! Neon caught out in the open quite low and is easy enough to pick up. It's Spike falling. Sentinels now with some self-belief, a bit of vim and vigor. And a spring in their step. Gonna get the plant down. John, at least, trying to get a tap on here.
And even at that, it's just blows alone, trying to swing out. All right, Redux just being obnoxious.
And there it is. John gets it to half despite the molly being in play. And Sentinels will be able to finish the job. Brilliant. 3 rounds in a row, if not more. They've got to be feeling themselves now.
A completely different team just decided to enter on the second half. Redux, a completely different player. Oh, again, he is just repeating exactly what happened on Corrode. But I think to an even greater extent right now.
It's been a perfect half so far from Sentinels.
I got to say, he is a player with just a ironclad mental.
It's okay.
Respect to him.
Just defuse. Win the round. Nice round. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Wait, Neri bringing the vibes.
Yeah, okay. I'm about it. Yeah, he's starting to pipe up a little bit. Posting up on this angle, risky. Yeah, he doesn't fully commit to it. Wise to the fact that Levitan are trying to hit them hard and fast, and Cortezia was there to help now,
Yeah, he's just in that perfect spot to be able to kill a potential Waylay dashing forward to try to catch Narrate. They really just have that set up.
I can't believe I'm saying this. We might be headed off to Abyss. I mean, it looked like it was very unlikely in this first half.
Oh, no shot from blows, but it doesn't matter. I guess Capital, he wasn't lying. They do have some cheeky little game plans for this defense side.
Yep.
We didn't see it on attack. We were questioning, why did he say that in the halftime interview? But
even outside of the double stacks they've been putting together, that movement from Cortezia being positioned to help out Narrate in the case of a fast push, that's just really nice.
Well, yeah, if it wasn't that Molly, it would have been the next one. So
Molly and Snakebite. That's a lot to deal with. So King on the Stinger, nothing more.
Nothing like the feeling of your entire team dying while you're on the lurk, and then they're all watching you just slowly.
That's kind of what Narrate was dealing with last week, a lot.
30 seconds.
I will say, I'd look towards the ultimates in this next round. Both teams are going to be toting quite a large number of them. Levitan are equipped at least to fight to stay in this game, but boy, the wind has changed, and it's changed very quickly. Dominating second half here from Sentinels. A confidence that looked completely absent, I think, at the start of Bind, and even if you look over towards the last few rounds on Corrode. It's like a different team. It's night and day, and it's about bloody time.
Look, I know I'm beating this narrative into the ground, but it is crazy that Redux first half is 3-9, and then right now second half he's 13-3. I mean, he's just good on defense at Waylay, I guess.
Sentinels here for the map to take us to Abyss. Of course, going to pop some of these ultimates. It'll be the dimensional drift here for Neon. He wants to get forward.
Yeah, they want to try and pinch Cortezia in the pit right now if they can.
Convergent pass back and forth. Neon emerges and deals with Redux. That's the Waylay now down. Guiding light. Sentinels trying to get back onto this B side of the map. It's going to be Spike, though, falling elsewhere. That was at A. That was the lurk player. The action's definitely here at B for Levitan.
Spike planted.
It's 3-on-4 for Sentinels, in which they have to get a lot of space back, trying to work through elbow right now on account of the Trailblazer going forward. So Caillou at least knows it's relatively safe.
They've got elbow. Caillou's back up in there. Can he fight against multiple players, though? Yeah, here comes that orbital strike.
Oh, I think he was seized as well.
I think he was given just enough rope there to walk straight into that, but here comes John, steps up, being quiet this series so far. King notches 3. A costly round for Levitan. A lot of ultimates, a lot of players down, but they are going to stay in this game, if only just.
The King just will not give up. Great round from Neon, and I like the game plan there from Lev with the pit going down B long. They just try to circumvent it, play around into sight, and then eventually crunch Cortezia, where they have blows working up B long at the same time.
They choose to give up elbow just to make sure they get a big orbital strike. King very animated there as well, despite fragging out 4. Sentinels, though, still have a number of match points at their disposal.
Lev worked that Prowler up short and doesn't spot anyone out. So Neon is happy to take the space, try to post up on a deeper angle.
It's felt like they've been starting to read Neon a bit easier, Sentinels, but Nare won't be ready for that off angle, and he's going to be legged down. Down to 30.
Neon gets out of there straight away, and now Narrate, after also just being seen, wants to pick up a new position. He's on the way to B.
Okay, Redux trying to make a play straight through the TP, and then all the way back.
Bold. Bold and confident from Redux.
And he's rewarded for it. Now we'll see things settle a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like we're right back to where we started, except Narrate moved over to the B site to try and throw off Lev, get that op into a different position. Now he's on that B site.
Yeah, tucked.
Completely alone.
Tour de force, but he does also have a judge, so he's got modality in play.
But he has no teleport.
Honestly, I'd be concerned about all these tools that Lev have to clear his corner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strong chance a Molly just comes his way right into that corner.
Some pretty feverish chatter I'm hearing on the stage behind me from Levitan. They're trying to put it together.
Player on SEN has moved a muscle on this A side.
Hey, oh, I like it from Nare, but again, he was one and done virtually.
Yeah, he's put in what feels like a damn near impossible situation there, tucking into Cubby.
They spend the pit here just to make sure. Levitan desperately want to get to 10. Neon will be attending this smoke here. No flash to help Sen get out. They're going to have to contact this or play through smoke. John QT hits right where it hurts.
Fast trade from Cortez. King tried to swing off of that, but just gets removed from the server, I believe.
The Sky Smokes get him back into the site. Now into the pit.
Yeah, he has an opportunity to at least tap this, get some info when the guns start coming through. No, he's just in with the shorty. All right.
Don't hate it. Redux trying to make a bit of a move. Codazir here looks like he's satisfied with some exits. Good weapon for it, that's for sure. Trying to keep a lid on that Levitan economy. Make it costly!
Right.
He'll get 3. And Neon saves the op.
Lev starting to heat up a little bit when Sen have applied the maximum pressure of getting onto this match point. Winning, what was that, 8 rounds in a row to get there?
And some good value for Levitan. They're actually rationing these ultimates. Each round they're getting 1 or so.
Crazy kill from Sato. Man, his aim is just... I just love to watch it. It's just pretty.
Yeah, it's crispy. King, of course, able to get so many of these multi-kill rounds. He's up to 21 and 13.
And we are approaching that zone in Valorant where you're trying to make a comeback, but the other team eventually get some ults to play with. So Lev will have to deal with Seekers, and they're going to have to deal with, I think, crucially, that orbital strike. We really, we could see a moment from Sen where they do go for like the saturate play, trying to get back in on the site and a retake, and then orbital strike someone. They've got those kind of options now.
Sen are refusing to move off their lines so far.
Yeah, Nare just watching showers over on A. He has a trip over towards short that can be played off by John. It's a good little passive setup, so everyone else can play B.
Blows looks like he's to be the catalyst here. Some util that might get Lev going.
They want to bait someone from Sen into the jump peak, get more info at B long a little bit later.
Sen have given up a lot of the map on the A side as well.
Yeah, they're content playing a passive setup there, where they just have the off for shower and they have the trip.
This means, though, that play up A short isn't really being attended. Sen can't watch it unless they try and just
also,
swing.
if that trip pings and slows someone, we might just see an instant orbital strike.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the Nightfall. It's going to move John out of the way. Now ain't going to be marked and decayed down. John there to help him, though. Orbital strike at the ready. Lets it go onto the spike location. This blows it, moves off, and there's King taken down in the ensuing chaos. Now back on top of the stim beacon. It's Spike! Sprays him down. He's low himself, but he's certainly made an indent. Looks like Blow's found Redux now. It's going to be tough for Sentinels to fight out of this one, but look how low Spike and Blows are. 3 up, post-plant. Cortezia trying to put this to bed before it becomes a problem.
He's got an iconic clutch on this map last year. Wants to recreate history.
Levitan are really split. Cortezia on the Spike, gets it to half. There's some sound baits being made, but Cortezia is confident, comfortable, ready to step up, finding Neon and handled. Another match point goes by the wayside, and Levitan now threaten overtime.
Surely we don't go to OT, Mitch.
Surely.
8 rounds in a row for Sen, now 3 in a row from Lev. All that timing is just gross from Spike. They use that orbital strike, Sen, to get the players off the Spike. Then they feel like, okay, maybe we can take some lamps control, but Narrate's watching with the op. Great little play. But then Spike continues to fight, sprays down 2. Massive play from him.
Round number 24, the last of regulation.
Can Sen just close out this game? They had it in their hands, and LEV want to rip it away. Trip over towards Octagon from Narrate, and double posted up with Cortesia, who is fully tucked.
Sato wants to try and, dig this angle out.
Sen want to go for another bait play.
Does Sato see enough there?
Ooh, wow, Redux again with that teleport through, and then around the world. Get back over to the A side.
Okay, one of the players has had to give up hookah, so that is now Narrate playing on the B side itself. No longer a double stack in ever Sentinels! Redux just gets a little bit too exploratory. Wyatt
thought that the Trailblazer got all of the info, but Neon tucks around the corner, makes that info as false as it gets. Sen now have pivoted all their players over towards A. They think the hit is going to be coming in that direction, and they are right.
Caillou playing from behind triple is going to have a lot to look at in a moment. He's going to be feeling the pressure. That U-Tool clattering overhead is going to be seized down, decayed, and dealt with by Sato. Spike here still looking to work the B side of the map. Odd little situation there, but we'll let that go.
Oh, John, just not expecting a player push there. Narrate gets a fast one down short, though, onto King, but you have to be watching Cortesia. Narrate
hit with the convergent paths. Is there going to be a push behind this? It looks like Levitan are going to leave it. Are they aware they're not? Cortesia is able to get the backstab because of the weird chips in the night situation at Hookah.
Well, why would they ever expect Spike to be there?
And now Cortesia has to clutch for the game. Up against Spike. Both rookies last year, both highly talented. And Spike to take us to overtime. The relief, palpable. A winless second half for Levitan up until Sentinels got to 12. And then they come alive.
You can see on Spike's face, he thought he screwed it up when he missed that first shot. The relief then that he was able to get it after the fact. There's just no way we're going to OT. That is crazy. This is an insane game. I mean, he can't believe it. But also he's just thanking whatever gods he might believe in that he was able to connect after he whiffed first. Crazy.
Deep breath now. Sentinels playing in this overtime for their kickoff life. A loss here means their shot at Santiago goes up in smoke.
Neon takes the line over at B long. With a teleport, right back over to A. Standard setup from him to just provide that op support on either side of the map. Shower controls for LEV as well. Sato just has that for free.
Yay. No, Lamb's presence is so interesting. We get across the site now. There is a smoke that obscures the advance here for Sentinels.
We may be headed to just a full 5-on-5 retake unless King gets a kill spray through. Caillou's so weak. He comes down to the molly.
Does get the spike plant, but that's a loss of a player for Sentinels in order to achieve that.
Is that a fair trade offer? Oh, what a shot from Neon. 3 versus 5 now for Sen.
This is getting worse. Narrate was glass cannon. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Redux, though, is still entrenched here. Can he get further past his line of scrimmage into the back of the side? Okay, Snakebite's going to force him out into that. Oh my goodness! Hammer and anvil style util usage. And now the follow-up is sublime! A flawless round for Levitan. What a retake!
Util is just stunning there. And the pace that it was distributed at, I mean, no hesitation, everything in the right spot. The molly into lamps. Oh, I mean, what a shot from Neon, but it immediately just routes the Sen players right into the saturate that was going forward, and the spike was getting stuck at the same time.
It's giving corrode. We saw the same thing from Levitan on those defense side retake rounds. Talk about a confidence breaker.
After an 8-round run to get to match point, Sen are now on the verge of getting knocked out. And Narrate oversteps. King takes advantage, exploits that movement, exploits the overextension.
Narrate, the double-edged sword, the play that really kept Sen going, got them going in that second half.
I mean, hell, even in the first, he's the only reason that they had enough rounds to play with in the second half.
But off the rip, he's out of the round. Now those beads of sweat starting to appear on the forehead of Sentinels.
Who on SEN is going to step up now in this 4-on-5? Does anyone risk going for anything proactive? Surely not against this LEV team. They are disciplined, patient.
A rotate's been pulled off the A site. Do Levitan have an inkling of what is afoot? A lot of this Sky util being thrown.
Yeah, and you could see Spike just calming that they flashed down short and it didn't get any pings.
Okay, Prowler into hookah. Levitan with the player advantage for the match. Neon sees Redux, his glass cannon though. That's risky business. He's able to get off the line. And now the Spike is heading over to A. They've made the right read, Wyatt.
Sato has controlled Shower this entire time. They're more than happy to go back. Center trying to beat them to the punch. Dash from Redux and Spawn. They need to support Caillou. Does he try to hold this down alone?
Here they come, 1 for 1. Caillou has fallen. They're going to have to get into the side pretty quickly. Sentinels wasting no time, but time is short. 12 seconds. Blows has to plant. That kill from Sato could be everything. Redux is a little bit too slow to stop the planter. And now Sen, with 2 players, had to make a miracle happen. Their kickoff life on the line, and Redux is going hunting. Neon sees him coming. The Saturate would have done him in anyway. And now you spotted out Cortesia. 1 bullet in the chamber, maybe all that he needs. It's a missed shot for Neon, but he isn't punished for it. King will simply step up and sit them down. What a world we live in. With Sentinels not going to be present at a first Masters event. The Titan from the depths drags them under.
King puts them down and continues his journey to try to play on home soil at Masters. This LEV team are the real deal. Neon comes in. They've got all the talent in the world. But you can't help but feel for SEN. They lost an OT last week to 100 Thieves when they were the ones making a late comeback.
13-11, 16-14, a really competitive series.
They had that match in their hands, just storming back into that second half. On match point for what felt like ever, and it's just slipping right out of their grasp.
We've talked about it, that Levitan may well find themselves on a run. They are still alive in this lower bracket. Opponent, TBA. They have now advanced, of course, into a matchup against Cloud9, Wyatt. They played them already. They were 2-0'd in that
They played them
opener.
already, but they were lacking one Valorant child phenom who is now in their roster.
A very important element, a noble one, you might say.
Not only providing some outstanding opping, but also just getting everyone onto the intended comfortable roles. I feel like we've never seen King like, I don't want to say maybe we've never seen him like this, but I will say we have not seen King in this form in a while.
Yeah.